Hello everybody and welcome back to another FTB Infinity Skyblock video. That's what I'm doing, right? I'm doing videos here. Is that correct? I can't remember. We did a little bit of work on stream. We completed more of the greenhouse over here, as you can see. Get out of here, eggs. I don't need you. So we did a little bit more work on the greenhouse, got all of this started going, and we started working on some of the farmland over here as well, just to get in place for the water and everything. It's really starting to look quite nice in here. I quite enjoy it. I'm really enjoying it overall. Down over here, we've upgraded these just because we're getting over 10,000 now. But I also put a dense item duct here in case they do start to overflow. They'll just get deleted in a trash can and it won't clog everything up. So that's just little maintenance stuff that's very important and very nice to know. We did get a mysterious princess here, and I'm just working to try to get it into like a purebred version. There's the one. There's the one. I found it. I think we're good to go. We'll combine those. Love it. And I'm also working to get... Oh, another Eldritch. Did I get it first try? I think I did. No, wait. Is that what I'm going for? I'll have to remind myself what I'm going for there. So we should have the Mysterious, which is another bee. We seem to be getting one every episode, aren't we? Yes, we are. In here, I have the Fluix seeds for applied energistics. These guys here, they do take 16 real-life hours to make, just with some Fluix dust, with some Fluix crystal, which is basically just charged Certus, nether quartz, and redstone dust in water. Pretty straightforward, and those should be in there. I'm not sure where we're at time-wise. Yeah, we still got a ways to go. Still got a little bit to go on that. Yeah, they're not ready yet. We'll just leave them. It's fine. They'll be ready tomorrow, basically. Over here, let's see what else. Okay, on this front right here, as you can see, our steam boiler is gone over here. We did deactivate it, and I've started moving everything down into the basement. I believe I mentioned that in the last video, but I'm not positive. Also, we expanded on the tree farm, and we did a little math. Now, I don't know when forestry changed, but this is forestry 4 that we are running here right now. And one of the things that has changed is the size of these farms. So, in a 4x4 setup like we have here, we are... Why is that not going anywhere? Anyways, we can run a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wide on all sides. So that's 9, that's 18, and 4 is 22 wide. So this farm can actually be 22 by 22, which I didn't even realize at the time, and I really do appreciate some of the Twitch viewers and my beautiful viewers for letting me know that wonderful stat. And then we tested it, because they were actually, you guys were actually a little bit wrong, and then we figured it all out together. So that's a thing that we do. Down here, let's do a quick check. Now, this guy exploded on me. I set this up in stream. So this is one of the things we did in the stream. We have 2 turbines here, ready to output basically power. And those guys are outputting all the power to all of this setup over here, which we'll get into in a second. But it did explode on me, which didn't make any sense to me, because water is not an issue whatsoever, and fire water wasn't an issue either. So we just set up another little fire water setup here. I think I'm going to do this multiple times. There's going to be another one here. We're going to have all of the steam boilers and such where these torches are along the line. So this is the one from upstairs. Now, because this one blew up, I lost my liquid-fueled boiler fireboxes. So hopefully it doesn't explode again. I did check the chunk boundaries and loading and everything, and everything's fine. So it's still a mystery to me. I do not know why it exploded, and hopefully it won't do it again. Over here, we still have this fire water set up here. It's only running this guy at the moment. So we will be eventually moving this firewater setup, this little bit here, over there. So that's a thing. But this guy is basically just supplying the upstairs machines now. So this guy is only bringing power up to here into this MFE, which is then supplying power to all the different machines. Okay? So that's all that's happening there. What else? Oh yes, downstairs one more time. And we can go over briefly the changes here. So I've set up 4 recyclers. 2 of them have overclockers in them, and the other 2 do not yet. I need to make them still. And we have all these transfer nodes on here, and this is all supplying scrap to our mass fab. Now we're still not keeping up a 100% scrap ratio for the mass fabricator, but I think what we need to do is we need to get these guys overclocked and then see where we're at from there. We are keeping up with cobblestone at the moment, but I'm a little concerned that once we upgrade these, that will become an issue as well. But we can just upgrade that yet again. We're up to about 1761 millibuckets, almost 2 buckets of YuYu matter in the tank, which is pretty sweet. And last we left off, we still have the iridium ore in the pattern. So all we need right here is the actual replicator itself. So these guys, we have about 400 EU per tick once this guy heats up, plus another 135, so that's 535 EU per tick, all coming into this little setup. Not bad for a little starting out system. It's pretty good. Considering the amount of work and all that kind of stuff, it's not too bad at all. So what we need to make is we need to make the replicator. That is the goal, one of the goals today. Now this guy's a bit of a pain to make, not gonna lie. These teleporters, not fun. Not fun at all. All those advanced circuits, the glass fiber cable, that's easy. Okay, so those are not fun in the slightest. Now over here, I already have some of this stuff. The reinforced glass we made already for the scanner, I believe it was, or the pattern storage, I can't remember which one. And I've already made an MFE for it. So we have 4 of the 9 parts. Let's work on these HV transformers next. So we need an MV transformer. Okay. I think I have 2 basic machines right here. I do. Good. Oh yeah, we need to do that too. Okay. And we need a little bit of cabling. 4 of them to be exact. Good. Good. Okay, so that gives us the 2 MV transformers that we need. And then we're going to need gold cabling, electronic circuits, and an advanced RE battery. So I'm going to keep these on me for right now. And in the meantime, let's do the next thing on my agenda. So we're going to need 10 bronze, 10 invar, and 10 indirium. Very good. Okay, so we're going to get the iron armor plating. This is step 1. So that's going to go in there with the bronze, and that's going to make the tier 2. Then it's going to go in with invar. That's going to make the invar plating. And then the indirium is going to make the indirium armor plating. And then we can combine that with our jetpack. Does it matter how? How you do? Really? It does matter. And that's going to give us a little bit more protection and armor. So that's nice. It's nice. You know, it's one of those things. Just a little bit more protection. But the other thing is, to make the jet plate anyways, you need that armor. So it's kind of the next step towards that. But we got a little sidetracked there. Let's get to work on some of this other stuff. We need some more rubber. We're going to need to make some gold pipe. There we go. I think we get 4 for this. Do we get 4? Extruding, we do get 4. Okay, good. That's the exact number we need. Let me get everything put together here that we need for the next crafting of these MV transformers into the HV transformers, which is an electronic circuit. You guys don't care to see that. But this advanced RE battery as well. So we're going to need 10 bronze item casings, sulfur, and lead dust. Pretty straightforward. Not too bad. I'll be back once that's done. So one other thing that I forgot to mention is we do have the cobblestone, the lapis, the glowstone, and redstone in compacting drawers now. Thus, to just kind of expand on those, as well as with the cobblestone, now we can make furnaces quite easily and all that kind of stuff. It's just better. You probably want to do this at some point in time. Eventually, we will do diamonds and emeralds as well. I don't believe there's one for electrotine or any of these. We could do coal, actually. Coal wouldn't be a bad one either. Maybe at some point in time here, we will get along with that. Anyways, HV transformers, there we go. Done. 2 of them. Excellent. Let's place those guys where they need to be. So the last, but definitely the hardest, is these teleporters. Now we're going to make 3 times this amount. So let's see, what do we have? We have 1 advanced machine lying around. We have a whole bunch of energirium. I think we're good there. That's empty, empty, empty. Did I already? I already made them. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, we can make those into advanced, which works out perfectly. So that's fine. Okay, so we need 3 advanced machines, so we can do that first. And then we also need all these advanced circuits. So that's going to be, what, 4, 8, 12 of them total. So we're going to need 24 intricate circuit boards, 24 basic capacitors, and a whole bunch of redstone chipsets. So I'm going to start crafting these items up. We will start getting the chipsets going. How many intricate circuit boards do I have? I know I have some around here somewhere. Oh, I have some in here. 15 in there and 2 in there. Okay, so we need, a whole bunch more. That's what? I needed 24, I believe. So that's another 7. Okay. You know what? 1, 2, 3. Let's just do this right. There's no point in really beating around the bush here. You might as well make them in stacks, right? I mean, if you're going to do it, you might as well do the Minecraft right. Okay, good. We'll take these 4 back with us. It's kind of messing up the system. So that's going to give us a stack of intricate circuit boards. So that's going to be handled. We might need more signalum. Just off quick math, this will only give us 10. Yeah, we're going to need more signalum. So I'm going to get that stuff crafting up as well. And hopefully we can get this all done right away. Alright, so we're back, and I think I have pretty much everything. This is just the final part that we're doing here, and this is for the mixed metal, which gives us the advanced alloys. So we'll get those guys started to compress up while we work on some of the other stuff. So here's our frequency transmitters. Very good. Those are done. We can put those in their correct place. Sadly, they don't stack. That's a little annoying, not going to lie. But we're pretty much there. Okay, so we need 24 basic capacitors. Done. We got the extra signalum. We get all of the advanced circuits. Nice. Very good. That gives us the 12 advanced circuits that we require for this setup. Boom, like so. So there's our first teleporter. Nice. Very nice. There's our second one. We're missing the advanced machines. All right, let's grab them. They should be done, and they are done. Amazing and wonderful. Okay, good. Here's the last couple of the advanced machines. And last but not least, our last 2 teleporters. Oh, man. We did it. The replicator. Very good. We got it. We got it. It's fine. We're good now. We are good. People are leaving. It's fine. We got everything, though. So we got the replicator. That is amazing. So this guy, we need to place down. Luckily, this hasn't exploded or anything yet. Still don't know what caused it. Water's perfectly fine. We're outputting more EU by the second. Alright, so the replicator is going down. Bam! Just like so. It should get power pretty darn soon. Does it not? Power? Please? Please give it power. Please? Alright, and it automatically detected the only pattern we have available, which is the iridium ore. So, we can actually set this to repeat run, because that's all we're going to be worrying about right now. Now, what we're going to do is, this guy right here, well, the tank was good for storing up of stuff. I'm going to keep the tank there, just in case. It shouldn't really be necessary, but in the meantime, we are just going to run a new liquid transfer node just from the tank there and directly into, not you, 1, 2, good, but into you, okay? So what should be happening now is YuYu matter should be coming in, very nice. We have power and all that kind of stuff, so all of the YuYu matter emptied out of the tank and went directly in there. Excellent. Now the next step is basically literally getting rid of this tank. Done. We get rid of this transfer node of liquids now. Good. And we're literally just going to run the pipe across like so. So now the pipe is going to go directly into the replicator. So all YuYu matter is going to go into here. And that is going to make us iridium. Pretty straightforward, right? Now, we could just leave it because we only, by theory, need 64. That is the most that we need at the moment. It's slowly but surely running. You can put overclockers and stuff in here. Early on, though, I wouldn't really recommend it. It's just going to drain your power something fierce. So, we're going to leave this to run. It's going to take some time. That's for sure. But it is chunk loading and stuff, so it's going to work while we're sleeping and all that kind of stuff. Unless it blows up or something. Anything's possible. We've maxed out our fire water over here. Very good. And we're starting to build up some hooch as well. We also use the reservoir here from Ender.io to supply it with water. That way it's just nice and neat and all in a line. I thought that that looked quite sharp. We need to get this guy back online pretty darn soon here, which would require another liquid-fueled firebox. But hey, guys, we have the Replicator. How sweet is that? We are on our way to Applied Energistics 2. Now, on that note, lots of people have been saying, why don't you do logistics pipes and all that kind of stuff? It's a great idea, and I highly recommend you do logistics pipes in your playthrough. Have fun with them. Play around with them. All that kind of stuff. But I did that kind of last season. I'm just trying to see what it's like to rush Applied Energistics. Okay? That's all I'm trying to do. Now, I think I was going for an Eldritch here. I think I was, and we're going to take a gamble. I have a Charmed Bee in here. Charmed Eldritch. And we're going to see if we can't mutate it and see what we get. We could get very lucky with it. But if not, we'll just need to get the Eldritch back anyways, which shouldn't really be a problem at all. Okay, good. That'll give us those. And Charmed is kind of the equivalent of the Esoteric, but on the other side. These really give no mana. I don't even know why I bother. I really don't know why I bother. I always go over there, and they basically give nothing. Alright, so we got the Replicator. I need to make some more liquid-fueled fireboxes. I need to make a couple other things while we're here. And I'll see you guys back once I get... Oh, actually, you know what we need to do? We need to do something. Yes, we do. We need to update our to-do list. Let's take a quick look at this guy. Blood Magic, haven't gotten to yet. Bees, we're still working on. Tinker's Accessories, I haven't gotten Candleberry yet, so no good there. Replicator, YuYu Matter, check. Nice. We're not quite there on some of this stuff, but we're getting there. Slowly but surely. Yeah, okay, good. So, we checked off another thing on the list, which is good. And that is a big one. The Replicator YuYu Matter is a huge upgrade. Alright? Outside of that, we got a few things like upgrading machines. We have a few things like reorganizing the machines, which is something we need to do. Getting the agricraft resources is another thing I want to do. And I also want to get the blood magic started, because blood magic is pretty darn awesome, in case you don't know. Over here, we did get the Lepender seeds. There's still only 111. I need to breed those up to get the 1010 Lapis, because that's Lapis basically. But that does allow us to, let's just look up a couple other things. So the iron seeds, for example, require Lapender with a white tulip. Okay, now I don't have a white tulip seed, but I can make it because it's just dandelion and daisy, and we have all of those ready to go. This is the one that I would love to get, though, the quartz anthemum, because I don't really have a good supply of nether quartz right now because I'm not fully automating soul sand, but we can go Lapender with the niterwort. Now, niterwort is orange tulip with netherwort. Now, the problem with netherwort is it needs to grow in the dark, which is kind of annoying and counterproductive to our greenhouse. Along with mushrooms and stuff like that too. So there's a couple that need darkness to grow. And what I'm thinking is maybe we could just have like a little dark room underneath the greenhouse here. Let me know what you guys think of that idea, you know, when you get the chance. But there is one other thing that we want to work on here. I just remembered it off the top of my head, and we can do it right away here. Where's all my stuff that I need? There it is right there. Resident machine frame. Beautiful. So I crafted up this resident machine frame, and the reason why I did this is I want to start getting some things moving around the base at a more optimum, you know, setup. So the main reason I got this is I was thinking the sludge was one of the main things I was thinking of for this. But then I started working on the boiler systems and all that. I'm going, we need ender chests too. So the sludge here is great, and we can start to put it in the tanks over here. So we don't really need a resident portable tank on here just to handle it all. We can instead just use ender tanks on top of all of them. Now, what we can do with that is we can set this up. So the main expensive part of this is the ender tank frame. This guy requires a resident machine frame with some eyes of ender and enderium nuggets, but you do get 8 of them. So that's going to give us the ability to get 2 ender tanks and some ender chests going. So let's start getting a little bit of this set up. So first things first, we need to get ourselves the ender tank frame. So we need 4 eyes of ender and 4 enderium nuggets. Hey, just so happens I have 1 eye of ender. Okay, 1, 2, 3. We can make the rest right now. That's easily done. And then enderium nuggets, again, quite easily done. We only need 4 of them, so I'm going to place the rest of them right there. Good. So this will give us our ender tank frame. Done. The next step is we need the cauldron, we need wool, and some crushed obsidian. Now, we want to double this recipe, right? So we're going to need 8 crushed obsidian at least. We should probably actually get a little bit more of this going. Let's get 6 more in this guy started to crush up, because it's only a matter of time that we're going to need just a lot of it. So it'll be fine. We do need 3 cauldrons, and we need a couple pieces of wool. Now, I do have some wool, so that's good. We can start with the baseline there, and we're going to need a few diamonds as well. Let me work on getting the cauldrons, because that's going to require, what, 27 and 27? That's going to be, what, 54? Iron plates. Yikes. That's a lot of iron, but it's worth it. In the long run, it is definitely worth it. So we'll get this guy fired up. I'm interested to see if we can upgrade these faster. Go, my pretty. Alright, so close enough. We will get the 6 that we require here. Good. And we get the extra spare plates that we needed anyways. So there we go. A couple of ender tanks. Nice. Now, I'm assuming somebody's used the white. We're on a server. This is something different that I'm not actually even used to. So we need to color code these things. Let's go with, what color do we want to use? Let's go with the light blue. Should we do light blue, which is the blue orchid? We could do that. It's not a bad idea. let's grow a little bit more of this blue orchid somewhere over here. We have open crop sticks. This one works just fine. Let's grow this blue orchid up and farm some light blue. I'm pretty sure that's the one that we need. I probably should have just gotten bone meal, but it's fine. We should actually just have bone meal over here. Piped over here, to be honest. Okay, good. And yeah, that's light blue. Okay. So let's plant a few more of those just so we can get all of it up and running. We do have the other flowers that we can pick from our bees as well. Actually, that's a good point. I don't need to crossbreed things, do I? Orange tulip. Oh, I do. Okay, shucks. You can't make the orange tulip seed. Oh, that's a shame. Okay. I was hoping you could. Oh, well, you have to do it through breeding. Shucks. I thought I was smarter than the average bear for a minute there. Alright, good. We'll get these guys going, and this will give us some light blue. I don't know if somebody's used light blue or not. I don't think we actually have like a tally up or anything like that saying what colors everybody has used. So I'm just taking a gamble here that light blue is going to be fine. Now, we don't need too much of this, so I mean, basically having this small little setup like this should be more than enough light blue dye for us for quite some time. Unless we start using it for other things, which is always a possibility. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to place down the ender tanks like so. We're going to take our diamonds and we're going to apply the diamonds to each one. What this does is this makes it private, okay? So that makes it ours. That is our ender tank. Nobody else can use it, etc. Okay? And we'll just set it up with light blue. Good. Light blue. Now, it doesn't look like anybody's used these. They're not full with anything. So we're good to go. Let's get this done. We have the ender tanks. Beautiful. All right. So the next step is, let's remove this guy. Place the ender tank on top, and that's going to start filling up. Now, what we're going to do here is we're just going to pipe this right back in because I'd like to use this portable tank elsewhere. So we basically have an ender tank full of sludge. Now, we can run over here to this guy and put this on there like so. And is it full already? It's full, isn't it? It's full. Guys, we already filled up the tank. Okay, so there's one tank full. We might have a bit of a situation here. And there's the other tank full. Okay, so these are full completely, as far as I know. And how much do we have left? No, they're not. They're not full. Why doesn't it say empty anymore, though? So if we hit that, are we filling it up? Yeah, there we go. Now we're filling it up. Now it's filling up. Okay. I thought they filled up quite quickly. Just was going to say. I'm pretty sure, I can't remember the exact amount that these guys actually hold. Tanks will hold 512 buckets. So these tanks each hold the same amount as one of these resident portable tanks. So we should be, we should be pretty good for sludge for quite some time. That's, what, 1,024 buckets of sludge that we can start filling up? I'd say we're pretty good. So that's good, and that will then empty out. Good. Okay, so this tank is now empty, and now you can see the ender tank emptying out quite rapidly, and it's all going into the tank over here. It's kind of nice. You get a little visual on the side. We got some sludge in there. Good to go. Now the next step is to then automate these into sludge boilers, and maybe that could be involved in our basement as well a little bit. But in the meantime, I want to get working on our ender chests. Okay, now ender chests are pretty straightforward. We're going to need more iron plates, definitely, because they require iron chests, which require 8 per. So that's 8. That's 16. That's what? 24 times 2, which is 48. minus 12, which is another 36 iron. Hopefully my math's correct this time. I don't know. I'm just guessing. So another 36 plates here. We really just need to get AE2. I'm really not in the process of automating a lot of things 100% until I get the AE2, just because I know it's not really worth it for me. I would prefer to just get this all set up. Just my own thing. Okay, so we're good there. We need a couple of chests. We can make those quite easily. 16, 24. Same math is fun. Okay, good. Those will give us our chests. And we can start making those into the iron variety, just like so. Equally, we need more crushed obsidian and more wool. So that's kind of the fundamentals of these two things. I'm going to get this guy built up as well. Now, because we're going all light wool, and we decided that now, you can actually dye the wool to be light blue wool, saving yourself some dye, and put it in, and it will come out properly. So keep that in mind for when you do your things. I did not make enough chests. I did not make enough chests. I made enough for one, but not for two. Alright, I'm going to finish this. Alright, so another 8 crushed obsidian. There we go, we have our ender chest. And the same thing applies. We're going to need the 2 diamonds to lock it to ourselves. So, right on the latch, just like that. And now it is ours. It's private to Kryllyk. No big deal there at all. We can pick these guys up, and then we can start placing them accordingly. Alright, so my next goal here is to automate these guys getting their resources. So to do that, how do we want to proceed? Let's start by placing down an ender chest right there. I think that that's going to do the job quite nicely. And then we'll probably just pipe in item ducts to the side, just like so, with some servos on there, obviously. And then we can whitelist these guys to be the correct resource. I don't think we actually need to, though, to be honest. We can probably just leave it. As long as we're only piping in the right items, we're good to go. So, how do I want to proceed with this? Now, ideally, maybe 2 ender chests would be a good idea here. 1 for each barrel. But this will work for now. The easiest one to do is obviously the redstone, the blaze powder. You know what? I'm looking at this now. I'm not a huge fan of doing it via ender chest. I'm really not. So instead, what I might end up doing is I might actually set up farms back here. Maybe we could do like small little redstone and cinder pearl farms for this stuff. And we could do sugarcane farm. And then maybe we just pipe in the apples from our farm upstairs. That might be the way to go. So what I'm thinking is we need to get cinder pearl seeds. How do we get those for the items? So cinder pearls, for those of you that don't know, cinder pearls give you blaze powder. Now we need red tulips with cactus seeds. Okay, well that's quite easy to make. That's very easy to make. Okay, so what do we need? Red tulip with cactus. Alright, we have cactus. And we have red tulip. Okay, so we can actually make cinder pearl seeds as well. Good to know. Let's get a little bit of bone meal to make this process quite a bit quicker. And let's get out our crop sticks as well. This is going to give us cinder pearl. Now, let's start crossbreeding these things. Let's get it going. We needed sand, didn't we? We needed sand. I don't think I have any in here. No, I don't. Okay, so we need some sand as well. Just 1 piece. Thanks. And actually, no, this guy we'll need 2 pieces because the cactus needs a piece as well. And it breeds on sand. So over here, we can just come like right here. We'll remove these guys. Place down the 2 sand. And we'll crop stick these. Good. And we'll do our red tulip right there. It can grow, right? Yes. Good. And our cactus like so. We need to get these guys fully grown. and then we can crossbreed. Hopefully, it doesn't take very long to get our first Cinder Pearl, which is a very, very nice item. Just saying. Highly recommend getting them, if you can. No. Be good to me, bone meal. Stop giving me cactus. Yes. Okay, there we go. Cinder Pearl seeds. Sweet. So we got that. We're done there. So we could actually set this guy up here as a Cinder Pearl seed farm. And that would work quite nicely. And then from there, we can start just expanding on those. And we need to get them up to 1010. So let me get a little bit more sand and stuff like that and start breeding these guys. And then that way we can just make clippings and all that kind of stuff off of all of them. Alright, so we do have a full little pad here of Cinder Pearl seeds good to go. A nice little 3x3 all set up for the 1010. We are well past wrapping up point on this video. Another long video. I know, right? What can I do? It's one of those things. I'm addicted. I'm addicted. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, all that awesome stuff if you've made it this far. I really do appreciate it. You know, just slapping that button is so easy and it helps out so much. You guys have a little bit of an idea, but it helps out more than you're probably even realizing. That's glitched. Good times. Good times had by all. I don't think anything's exploded yet. No, we're still okay. So that's good. No explosions. So the next part is basically setting up the farms over here to automatically fuel these guys with resources so that I don't have to. And, you know, it's not overly complicated, but setting up more redstone, more Cinder Pearl, more of everything is going to be for the benefit anyways. So thanks so much. Bye-bye for now, and I'll catch you next episode. See ya.